something that hasn't been done in over 80 years just might happen in 2023. Luis Arraez is currently sitting at a .402 average as of June 11th, and that is pretty late into the season to be at such a number. The question that people have been asking is, will he do it? Can he do it? And is it even possible to do it in today's game? Obviously, hitting 400 is not easy. The last person to do so was Ted Williams in 1941. 1941 was a long time ago. Even before that, the person to do it before Williams was Bill Terry in 1930. Here are the last 10 players to have a 400 batting average over an entire season. Since the Manhattan Project was started, there has been no hitter that has hit over 400. Coincidence? Yes, just a coincidence. It hasn't happened in over 80 years, and of course, the league was a lot different 80 years ago. Taking a look at this graph, we can see that the league-wide batting average in 1941 was .262. This is much higher compared to today at .247. That means Williams played in an environment where batting average was higher, maybe pitchers weren't as equipped, and hitters were hitting for more contact. Obviously, the league has changed a lot since then. In today's game, players value power a lot more than batting average, and they are more worried about on-base percentage, as that's what most front offices care about these days. Let's also take a look at this graph that shows the number of strikeouts per game. This number has been on a rapid incline since about 2006. It's happening for two main reasons. One, the stats that the players in front offices value have changed. Gone are the days of batting average and strikeouts. In are stats like WRC+, OPS, and now with StatCast we have exit velocity, barrel rate, launch angle, and all that. Stats like OPS and WRC+ don't care about how many times you strike out, don't really take into account your batting average. You can make up for all that with power and walk percentage to increase your on-base percentage. The second main reason is that pitchers have better strikeout stuff than ever. Fastballs are faster than ever. Breaking balls have more break on them than ever. With access to new pitch tracking technology, pitchers are now focusing on spin rate and velocity more than ever, while not caring as much about control. Who cares if you walk 3 guys and to get the bases loaded when you can just strike out the next 3? Although walks are still important to limit for pitchers, the strikeout is the top priority. We can all see the pattern. Hits and batting average are down, while strikeouts are way up. But Luis Arraez does not care. He's pretty much the complete opposite of a modern-day MLB hitter. When you look at Arraez's numbers, a couple things stand out. First and foremost is that he doesn't strike out. He has a strikeout percentage of just 4.8%. That basically means he strikes out once every 20 plate appearances or around every 4 to 5 games. This is insane, especially in today's game. The next lowest on the leaderboard is Keibert Ruiz, who has almost double the rate at 8%. When you look on the other side of the board, you see guys like Patrick Wisdom, who strikes out an alarming 38.1% of his plate appearances. Aaron Judge and Mike Trout have pretty high K rates, as they both are in the top 15 highest in the league. These guys are more like the modern hitter, a lot of power, a lot of strikeouts, and a lot of walks. High walk rate, which leads to a high on-base percentage, high K rate, high exit velo, and these guys have a high OPS. Arraez has a low walk rate, which leads to a low on-base percentage when considering his batting average, a low K rate, a low exit velo, and he still has a high OPS. He's in fact 8th in the entire league in OPS. This is a great example why front offices and players don't really care about batting average in this day and age. Arraez is hitting around 400, which is a truly historic season, but he isn't even in the top 5 in OPS. He has a 943 OPS, which is not quite a historic season by that metric. Nonetheless, he is still one of the best contact hitters in the league, but is he good enough to hit 400? Well, I don't think he will. While I hope he finds a way to do it, the numbers behind the scenes don't really point in that direction. Let's take a look at expected batting average, or XBA. This stat takes into account only exit velocity, launch angle, and in some instances, sprint speed. For example, this 104 mph, 33-degree launch angle moonshot by Jorge Soler had an expected batting average of 1,000, since every time a ball with those numbers has been hit, it's been a hit, most likely them all being home runs. And this 103 mph, 28-degree launch angle home run from Shohei Ohtani has an expected batting average of 783 because balls similarly hit to that ball have become hits about 78% of the time. And finally, this 57.9 miles per hour exit velocity and 61-degree launch angle pop-up from Kevin Newman had an expected batting average of .001 because balls hit those numbers very, very rarely get down for hits. Now let's look at Luis Arraez's expected batting average. You would think he leads the league, right? Well, that would be wrong. He's actually third behind Freddie Freeman and Ronald Acuna Jr. Arraez's expected batting average is currently sitting at .336, while Acuna has .349 and Freddie Freeman is at .339. When your expected batting average is higher than your batting average, that typically is a sign that you're getting unlucky. When your expected batting average is lower than your batting average, that is a sign that you're getting lucky. That's what it says about Arraez. You're getting hits on balls at a higher percent of the time than you're expected to when you look at the averages. Taking a look at some of these hits, you can see how it would be expected for these to be outs, but in this case, they're hits. This one from Arraez had an expected batting average of .075, but it was a hit. This one was .162. This one was .19. Now, does this mean that Arraez will definitely not hit 400? No, it just means that if it's going to continue, he's going to need to continue to get some luck to stay around 400. As you can see, the numbers and stats so far in the season don't really support him sustaining this batting average, but there's still obviously a possibility. Although it would be pretty cool to see someone do this post-World War II, as we have been waiting quite a while for it to happen. Maybe the Manhattan Project coincidence isn't just a coincidence, and nuclear weapons have changed baseball right under our noses and we just didn't notice. Do you think Arraez will do it? Let me know, but for now, we will have to wait for the end of the season to roll around.